All right, I want to move on to chapter 10. This is chapter 10 or section 10.1. We're going to be moving on from 2D to 3D. The big difference here is we used to be looking at the X and Y plane. We have our X here and our Y here. And now it's going to be a little different. We are going to be in 3 dimensions. We have our X and our Y, and we also have our Z that kind of goes in this direction. So the idea is that it's going to be coming up out of the page at us. Now, this is going to take a little bit of artistic talent, and I'm not promising anything, but I'll do my best that I can. And we're going to be first talking about the classification and what's required to become these different kinds of shapes. First, we have 2 things that we need to talk about. We have bases, edges, and vertexes. I guess that's 3 things, isn't it? Our base is the face on which a figure rests. I guess I also need faces in here. Not like our face, but a face of a shape in this case are what we would commonly call sides. The fancy name for side. We also have vertices. And vertices in this case are a corner that's formed where ends of line segments meet. So let's take a look at some examples. We're going to do some drawing, and we're going to be writing about what exactly has. First, we're going to talk about a sphere. Make sure I spell it right. S-P-H-E-R-E. And our sphere in this case requires me to draw a circle, which is, not the best circle. I think if I do this, you can kind of get the idea. And what's interesting about a sphere is that it has no faces, edges, or vertices. And I guess I forgot to add in our definition of edge. And the edge is simply where 2 faces meet. Okay, let's take a look at another shape. Let's take a look at the cone. Cone looks like this. Let's see how I want to draw this. There we go. And the cone has one face, because the face needs to be flat. Its face would be down here. And as far as edges and vertices, again it has 0, because a bent face doesn't count as a face. A face must be flat for it to count. We could also call this a base down here. Let's take a look at a cylinder. Cylinder here looks like this. Let's see if I can draw it. I've got a circle-y do up there. And in this case, faces, we have 2, but still no edges and no vertices. And our faces are here and here. Next, we have a pyramid. And we have 2 kinds of pyramids. I was just checking. We have the triangular pyramid and a rectangular pyramid. So let's draw both. Triangular and rectangular. And they're named due to their base. So our triangular pyramid looks kind of like this. Probably should have done some dotted edges, but I hope you can kind of see. Instead, it probably should look... Actually, that didn't really work out at all, did it? Let me try again. Okay, so in this case, we'll go here to here to here to here to here. Kind of like that. That might be a little better with the dotted edge. Basically, it's a triangle or it's a pyramid where all the shapes are triangular. Whereas if I build my rectangular, so let me cross that guy out. My rectangular pyramid, let me see if I can find a good picture of him, is going to kind of look like this. It's got a square base. I guess this is how it would look like if I was looking directly from the top. If I was looking at it from the side, it might look like this. This is not working out. Let me see if I can find a better picture of it. Sorry, I'm not good at drawing these. Pyramid. I think you guys probably know what they look like, but I'd like to at least try to do a little better. Okay, this one's better. Make sure you can see. Okay, I'll try this. Kind of like this. Where I should have kind of built some on the back. But there we go, rectangular pyramids. And when we are listing the faces and the sides, we have our triangular pyramid, which has 3 triangle faces and 4 in all. So in here we can see that there's a face, 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 and then 1 underneath. So we have 4 faces. As far as edges, we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as far as vertices, 1, 2, 3, 4. For our rectangular pyramid, it's probably going to be a little different. For our faces, we'll have total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. I guess that's different because this time there are 4 sides on our base. As far as edges, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And our vertices, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just a couple more shapes before I head you on to the lesson over here. We also have prisms. Pull up make sure you guys can see. Prisms. And a prism is a solid figure with 2 congruent parallel faces. And we name them by those faces. For example, if I were to draw a triangular prism, what I would do is I would have my triangle on top, triangle below, and I can see that the bases here, base up on top, and then a base below. And this would be my triangle prism. It's almost like I took a triangle and I kind of stretched it out in Tinkercad and it kind of made it into a 3D shape. So again, my rectangular prism would be the same, or the same style. Up here I'm going to have a rectangle on top. And it's named based on its bases again. And I can actually have any shape that I want. For example, I could have a pentagonal prism as well. And quite simply, all I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw my pentagon. Hopefully your pentagon will be better than mine. We kind of saw these a lot if you remember playing with pattern blocks when you were younger. Maybe you still play with pattern blocks. That's okay too. And our base again are both pentagons. And we also have one fancy kind. We have it a regular square prism, also known as a cube, whereas all the sides are equal. And this one, quite simply, looks like, see if I can do it. This should be here. Ish. Almost got it. And for the homework, all you're going to be doing is identifying these particular shapes, and you're going to give them one of the names that we've talked about. Shouldn't be too bad. Go ahead and good luck.